Hello everybody, this is Steve Yoder. Welcome to week 2 in Legal Studies 246, the legal environment of business, here in the summer of 2018 at the UAB Collat School of Business. This week we are looking at the court system, sometimes known as the judicial system in the United States. But first, a couple of tips about getting the most out of Canvas and being successful in this course. It's very important that you keep up with the due dates of your assignments, of course. There are several ways you can do that. You can click on Assignments on the home page, and a list of the assignments and their due dates will come up. Another way is to go into the Calendar feature. As I think I have told you before, you can sync this calendar with your own personal calendar should you have one in Outlook or on Google perhaps. And as you can see here, the next assignments are both due on Sunday night, May 20 at 11:59 p.m. and they are the first quiz, and that also includes the academic integrity agreement. It's very important that you read the announcements that come in Canvas. This is the only place that I make available the extra credit opportunities. They come up on Monday mornings at 12:01 a.m. and they close exactly 7 days later. Please do not ask me where they are after a week or to reopen them for you. You have to read announcements. The settings in Canvas allow you to set your preferences for being notified when an announcement is made, and I highly recommend that you do that. Let's look at Module 2, which is Courts and Alternative Dispute Resolution. As you can see here, there is a quiz that will be due on this material on Sunday night, May 27 at 11:59 p.m. But let's look at the learning activities. You can see that there are a number of things in this particular page of the Module 2 pages, and in particular there are some narrated slides on this topic. The courts have a great deal of power in our system of government. They are the ones who get to decide whether a law lives or does not live. The legislative branch gets to make laws, but if those laws are not considered to be consistent with the United States Constitution by the judicial system, then the law is struck down. So that is a great deal of power. You might say it's a system of checks and balances. There is a quiz question, by the way, that is designed to make sure that you don't think that checks and balances mean something to do with your bank account. Please take a look at an example of the concept of judicial review in the NBC Learn video in this learning module. There are 3 requirements to get into our court system. One is that the court has to have the power to hear your case. That's sometimes called jurisdiction. The second is that it has to be the right court. There may be more than one court that could hear your case that would have jurisdiction. Venue is a concept of being the right, most convenient court, the fairest court. And then finally, you have to be the right person in front of the court. So we will be looking at all 3 of those concepts. Here's an extra credit opportunity for you for 2 points added to the first exam. Tell me by Sunday night, May 20 at 11:59 in the evening whether venue was changed in the trial of James Holmes, the man shown in the lower right hand corner. Pretty big difference between what he looked like the day after he committed his crime and several months later. Extra credit opportunity. Was or was not venue changed in that matter, in that case? You have to be the right person in front of the court. We will be looking at this concept, and here's one of the examples. Would you have standing if you found out that you had used your credit card at P.F. Chang's and they had had all those credit card numbers stolen? would you be able to sue P.F. Chang's even if nothing had been done with your credit card? And you can see what the answer to that question is here. Finally, remember that we do have in this course the ability to chat online, sometimes called virtual office hours. There are instructions in the syllabus for this, and I would be happy to set up an appointment with anyone who would like to do that. Finally, let's all be sure that we have posted our photographs both on Canvas and on VoiceThread. Ideally, the same photograph does not necessarily have to be the same photograph. It must be of your face, not your dog, not your school mascot, not your wedding party with 11 groomsmen and 14 bridesmaids. Your face, so we can get to know each other better. You will not get credit for any VoiceThread assignment if your photograph has not been uploaded to both places, so please take care of that